lovely little walled section here. You run right alongside the edge of the rock on the left hand side, so somehow it feels quite safe, that piece where you got the mountain to the left of you. But yeah, that was very interesting bit of road. Still full concentration. It's quite interesting that you know, she's sort of on and off the brakes a bit. Cool. Sorry, there was a wow moment there. A wow, an epic, a glorious. Yeah, a bit of all of those really. Trying to catch it when you're watching the road, and you take that little glimpse to your side and you see an amazing view. And just in case you didn't know it, be careful of accidents. It's so much easier when you can sort of, but it's reading the road, it's being able to just see it. When you're stuck behind a car, you get transfixed by a car and the back of it, and then you sort of, not your eyes are off the road, but you're not really watching there. There's a bit of a wow view. Say, just it's nice when you can just ride the road and get a good view well ahead, whereas when there's a car in front, you're just looking at the car itself. Anyway, let's pay attention here. Just saying, on the temperature at the moment, 20 degrees still, very pleasant. Big mountain views. Always fun when you go over a blind crescent. Think, please, just be straight. So again on the old Tracer, this is a bit of fourth gear country. This one. Moment I'm finding that fourth and third hit the sweet spots on these types of bends, these types of roads. Can't go too fast, but you also need enough in the tank to be able to punch out of the corners, or if you're just going around them. Fifth gear be too much, second is a bit screamy. Like we're coming up to some paragliding world. Looks like there's a lift that will bring people up. Whether the GoPro can actually see those or not, I do not know. But yeah, there's quite a lot of people paragliding here, and what an ideal day for it. It's nice and warm, so there'll be some great thermals. something I've never done. I nearly did it when I was in Morzine many years ago. Should have probably bitten the bullet at that point and had a go at it. Sort of running and jumping off the edge of a mountain. Something about that doesn't quite feel natural. But you see the people up there and you think that looks fun. Once you're up, I'm sure it is. So it's a downhill? Yeah, I've lost it. Downhill run to a place called Cernay. After some amazing views at the top. Epic! Epic is the word of the day. Yeah, been absolutely epic. So we'll trundle down to the bottom, see what that's like. Clearly it's view heaven, as you can see ahead of us. Absolutely wow. I mean, in the very far distance, the GoPro's never going to show that, the Swiss Alps. Land looks amazingly flat in between, which clearly it won't be. Ooh, let's get my bends right. Oh, it's Photo Coco. Photo Coco on Facebook. I wonder whether I'll appear. Nige will. He'll probably be knee down, elbow down, MotoGP style on a BMW. Okay, I'm just going to say unlikely, but you never know. I'll see. I'll ask him if he's got the scars when we get to the bottom. But good bend for it. So these people that's cycling, you've got to take your hat off. It must. There's another epic view there. They must end up half a person, these cyclists coming up these hills. Oh, no chance of me taking my hand off here. People coming up on Harleys. It's got to be more difficult on that than on the Tracer Goo. Some pretty mean hairpins coming on here. Can't say I could be better. Nige right behind me, going, get a move on, pushing me along. Okay, there's views to be seen. There's fantastic. This Routes de Cretes, it's a definite must ride in the sunshine. So I don't think we're too far away from Cernay now, sort of in and out of the sunlight, the shade. Some pretty technical stuff going on here, as you can see I'm about to come up to. I can only but try my best. These are quite pretty tight hairpins. It's quite interesting watching people coming up the other way. Comes a lot of bikers themselves. It's difficult to know whether I'm going really slow, they're going really fast, or the other way round even. Shouldn't really be about speed. I can tell you what, it's a good workout, this. It's not yeah, it's a proper manoeuvring the bike about. It's another bend, never quite know how tight this is going to be. Is it a hairpin? Is it just a... Yeah, there's Routes de Cretes. Pretty much like this all the way. I'll tell you what, Saturday is bikes out day, that's for sure. Got a Ducati, coming out on a Ducati. It's lovely. Like I say, it's certainly keeps you on your mettle. Comes another definite hairpin. Even tighter because of course it's the right hander. Stay within the white lines. That's the important bit, isn't it? He says. And they do these at Brands Hatch at about 70 miles an hour or something. I'm not even doing it at 70 kilometres an hour. I'm earning my cold drink, that's the way I'm looking at it. You can see why Nige said, oh, you can lead this bit, because it's just all hairpins. Ooh. We're certainly losing some altitude, that's for sure. It's these types of corners you're not quite too sure now. Normally the roads in France are pretty good where they mark them up. I feel that guy is giving it some. They're normally pretty good and have bollards to sort of give you an indication of how tight the bends are. As you can see here, got no idea. But it was 8k of bends I saw quite a while ago. That's a lot of bends and a lot of hairpins, as I'm finding out at the moment. Whew! This is hard work. No more paves, which was like almost cobbled, which was quite interesting. But we're getting down. Okay, so we're trying out some different roads here in the Vosges. I imagine they're going to be quite similar. The nice bit is that when you do get into the mountain roads, the traffic does disappear quite a little bit. So you just got to like your technical roads. These really are a joy to ride. And of course, as you go up a little bit, you start to climb, it gets a bit cooler, which the temperature is showing 25, 26 right now. Down at the valley floor it was 30, so yeah, that's pretty warm. So yeah, nice to be a little bit cooler, and these are beautiful roads. I'm sure there's only going to be more of these to come. It's lovely with the rock face to this. We're sort of traversing round. I think at some point it gets quite a few hairpins. I think the beginning of this road is not quite as much, but it's lovely through the woods. Those are the hairpins I like. They're just a little bit not quite as tight as they could be. Sort of keep the throttle pinned as you go around them. When I say pinned, I mean feathered. Let's get this right. A bit like these ones here. It's just lovely. Road surface, billiard table smooth, as you'd expect in this part of the world. And I think you've show the words "coll," and it's just a magnet to a cyclist. They've got to actually ride them. Get up to the top of them. I'm sure it's the badge of honour to have done all the colls of a certain area. It doesn't quite work like that with motorbiking, to think I've got to do all a specific set of roads. You just find a nice set of roads that you like, and away you go. And especially when you're on a trip like this, you just have to look at the map and think, yeah, I think that one's going to work out. So this is leaving Gilbert for the second time. Came to it yesterday. Just on our route back to Gerardmer.